For the price of a magazine, subscribe to the Guitar channel to access the full videos.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Guitar channel. I am super happy to welcome you a new interview. I have on the other side of the Zoom connection the one and only Cory Wong. Cory, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm great. I mean, it's really such a pleasure to do this interview with you. Tell me, what was your very first guitar?
My very first guitar was a Gretsch Traveling Wilburys thing that I bought at a pawn shop for like 40 bucks or something. Very bad condition. It's normally a decent guitar, but the one that I had just was in bad condition.
It's a guitar with one pickup, right?
I think so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had it for a few weeks, and after a few weeks of playing guitar, me and my family realized that it was something that I was very passionate about and that I was very driven to learn. So I got a Fender Stratocaster.
Cool. And do you remember the very first thing you were able to play on the guitar?
I think the first thing I ever played was...
And what was your training? Did you learn to play the instrument by yourself? Did you have some teachers, mentors, things like that?
At first, it was a lot of reading guitar tabs from the internet and trying to train my ears to learn things by ear. And then I got a guitar teacher after a while. After about 4 months, I ran into some roadblocks and decided that I needed a teacher. And I started getting lessons once a week. And I did that for a few years.
And who would you say are the main influences in your guitar playing?
In the way that I play guitar, probably a combination of Prince, Pat Metheny, John Scofield, James Valentine, John Mayer, John Frusciante, Al McKay from Earth, Wind & Fire, Dave Williams, the stuff that he played with Michael Jackson, Paul Jackson Jr., Nile Rodgers to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are probably the biggest ones for me. I literally have all kinds of books here that, that I've gone through. These are just like this Ted Green chord book, another Ted Green chord chemistry book, this Mick Goodrick advancing guitarist book.
Aha, that's the secret then. Okay. So if we buy those 3 books, we can become the next Cory Wong. Okay, that's the secret.
No, it's a combination of...
As a word of conclusion, what would be the word of wisdom you would like to share with musicians watching this or hearing that through the podcast?
Well, I think because this is a guitar channel, I'll speak to guitar players. I think, well, there's 2 sides of it. Is your actual playing the instrument, and then there's your actual artistry and creativity. Like I mentioned earlier, in your practicing of the craft of the guitar, separate things between your ears and your brain and your awareness of what you hear to what you know in your head, or what you see and what you know in your head. That's one thing. And then what you're able to execute on the instrument is another. Separate those things and work on wherever there's a misfire, wherever there's a disconnect, figure that out and really learn the craft of what you're doing. So that way, artistically, if you're trying to accomplish something, your technical facility, your knowledge of the fretboard is not going to get in the way. And then as far as the artistry and creativity side, find what it is that you want to say with your life and something that means something to you. Do you want to share peace with the world? Do you connect right now with a message of social justice issues. Let that be your guiding light in the type of music that you make and the type of music you play. And I say this all the time. If you connect yourself to something bigger than yourself with a larger purpose than just, look at what I can play on the guitar. Ooh, like, whatever. Whatever. Who cares if you can play fast? I don't know. It's cool and it's fun, but do you have something meaningful to say? And do you have a meaningful way to say it? I think that's what's really important. And that's what a lot of people lose sight of when they spend all the hours in the shed practicing. And of course, you need to do that so your artistic vision can be brought to life in a way that's not hindered by what you're able to do on the instrument.
And thank you very much for your time, Cory. It was great to be able to have you, and hopefully next time we'll meet face to face. So thank you very much, and congratulations for the podcast, for all the music for you produce, and hopefully we'll be able to get back on the road very, very quickly. Thank you again very much for your time.
Yes, thank you. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
For the price of a magazine, subscribe to the Guitar channel to access the full videos.